Good evening, everybody. How are we this evening? It is Annie Bennett. Here I am, Annie Bennett, live in the Home Baking Business Community UK and also in the Home Baking Professionals Society and also on my Facebook page, Annie Bennett Business. So wherever you are coming from, welcome this evening. Oh, hello. We have people. Hello, Marta. Hello, lovely. Nice to see you here. Let's wait just a second to see if we get more people on. Oh, there are people coming. Yes, if you can do love hearts and thumbs up and things, Facebook likes that and it tells people that I'm here then, and it reminds people. Because if you're anything like me, you sort of see that someone's going live later and you think, oh yes, I'll watch that, and then you completely forget and do something else. So unless I get notifications for things, I never end up watching these things. Hello, another Facebook user there. Hello, my lovely. How are we all doing? Where's the weather? What's the weather like where you are? It was summer last week, wasn't it? But now I can hear the rain dripping out of my window. Hello, Alex. How are you? Yes, and of course the clocks. Do you know, every time the clocks either go forward or back, it puts me out for the complete week. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't know if it's the same with the rest of you. But, going, in the evenings, I'm thinking, is it 10 o'clock? Is it 11 o'clock? I don't know. Am I tired? Am I not tired? What's going on? And then, of course, in the mornings, I tend to wake up early in the mornings anyway. I'm a very early waker. But when the clocks go forward and back, my brain goes, I don't know. Is it time to wake up? I don't know. What shall I do? So it's freezing in Newcastle. Oh, no. And it's cold and raining in Leicestershire. And it's freezing. I know. I think we've had summer, folks. That's it now. Nearly Christmas. Oh, well. Well, yes, it will get better. We'll have to be positive. We have to give the weather positive vibes, I think, don't we? Because we're, typically British. Oh, that's it now. We're not going to have any more. Dearie me. You're getting up at 5:45. Marta, my goodness me. I'm usually awake by then, but I don't get up. I sort of do things on my phone, which I don't think you should really, should you? I think you should let your brain wake up, but I do. So I awake that early, but I don't generally get up that early. Or I read. I do reading in that time in the morning. That is very early to actually get up. Mind you, when I was teaching, I used to be getting up at that time, and I don't do that anymore. So I can have slightly later starts to the morning, which is fabulous. We love that. You start work at 7, so you... Oh, I see. So you cycle to work. Oh, my goodness me, that keeps you fit. Wow, brilliant stuff. So you have a 45-minute cycle to work, and then I presume back home again in the evenings. Wow, that's brilliant. I don't think I could ever do it. I did have a bike. My daughter now has it, Billy the bike. But I was a hazard on the roads. So yes, so he got gifted to my daughter, who now uses him properly. Poor old Billy. He'd sit in the garage and say, "You're going to come out today?" And I'd say, "No, not today." Anyway, what are we talking about this evening? We are talking about, I'm very, very excited about this. I get very excited very easily, as most of you know. But this evening, I'm very, very excited about what's coming up. I'm going to be telling you this evening about the online festival that I have arranged, and it's just less than 2 weeks it will start. And I have managed to persuade some fabulous speakers to come in, to speak to you, to talk to you and discuss things with you and answer questions and all that kind of stuff. So you can get a feel for, you can get lots of things answered. I'll tell you what all the sessions are in a second. But it's really a sort of insight into what my membership is like. So those that people that are in my membership know that I put on lots of trainings and I get people in to give trainings. And then they are recorded and they're put on the website so that they can go back and watch them if they want to, or if they can't catch them live, they can watch them later. And when we have new members in, I'll point them in the direction of various trainings that I think will be useful for them. So the online festival week is sort of going to be an insight into the membership, but it's very, very obviously condensed. We don't generally have 12 sessions a week. So how much is the meme? What includes? How much is the meme? Oh, the membership. I will tell you all about that in a minute, my darling. I will tell you all about that. So yes, so this evening I'm going to tell you about the online festival, and I'm going to tell you about the ways to access it. So basically, from the 11th to the 14th, so it's 4 days, we've got 3 sessions a day, and most of them are either at 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 p.m. or 6 p.m, with the exception of the Wednesday, where I'll do my Wednesday waffle at the usual time of 7:30. But other than that, it's 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I did it that way so everyone could easily remember when they were. In a moment, I'll tell you who all the speakers are. I'm going to do some demonstrations as well, so you get a real feel for, what it's all about. What will happen is I will leave the recordings in the home baking business community for 24 hours. So if you can't catch them live, you've got a day to catch up with them. Unless, of course, you are in the society. If you're a member of the society, you will have unlimited access, because I'll put them on the website. And if you can't catch them live, you can then catch them when you're ready to, at your leisure, if you like. Okay. I'll tell you a little bit about the actual membership in a minute, but let me tell you the speakers, the sessions. Let me tell you about this, because some of these, well, all of these are fabulous, and I've managed to get some really good speakers in. So let's talk Monday, the 11th of April at 10 in the morning. We start off with me. And I'm going to do a demo. Now, I did put a poll in the group to ask what kind of demos you would like. And the one that came out top was smooth buttercream. So at 10 a.m. on Monday, the 11th of April, I'll be showing you how to get smooth buttercream, and also smooth tops and sharp edges. There's a way of doing it that I will show you. So that'll be the first one on the Monday. At 2 p.m. on Monday, the 11th of April, we've got lovely Christine, who's actually a member in this group. And I know she's helped some people out in this group before, but she's an insurance expert. So she's going to come in and talk to us about the types of insurance we need for our home baking business. Because I know there's often questions in the group, isn't there? What kind of insurance? What's public liability? What's product liability? What about my home insurance? All those kind of questions. So she will be talking about that. And then at 6 p.m, I've got a lovely friend of mine, Leslie, who's coming in to talk about something called money mindset, which is to do with what I've been talking about. Was it last week I did about knowing your worth and sort of confidence, and having the confidence to price your things properly. So she's not talking about pricing as such. She's talking about getting your brain in the right place to actually charge what you need to charge. So she's talking about, your relationship with money, your business relationship with money. And that's going to be an absolute cracker. She's a really skilled person at knowing what she's talking about with that. So that's the Monday. And then on the Tuesday at 10 a.m, we have the lovely Yvonne Phillip. She's coming in. And she's going to be talking about visibility online. She's an expert on social media, and she knows how to get followers, that kind of thing. So she's going to be talking about how you can get more visible online. And I know that there's lots of members in here who really want lots of hints and tips and, think ways to get their visibility up. So she will be the Tuesday at 10 a.m. And then Tuesday at 2 p.m, we've got lovely Jenna joining us, who's going to be talking about blogging. Now, I don't know how many of you blog already, but it is a really, really good way of increasing your sales, of letting your audience get to know you. So she's going to be talking about blogging. And then the last session on the Tuesday at 6 o'clock is my good friend Shelley. Shelley's going to be, in fact, Shelley ran a wedding cake company and ran a cake group similar to this one. But she's come away from all that, and she now just does business and strategy and goal setting and working efficiently, because she's an expert in that. So she's going to be talking about how to get more hours in your day by doing something called time blocking. So she's going to be helping you to get more hours in your day, which is always a good thing. And she really does know what she's talking about. And of course, she's a cake person as well. So she'll understand, all the trials and tribulations that we go through with that. So that is the Tuesday. By the way, you don't have to remember all this. Hello, Facebook user. Because in a moment, I'll tell you about how to sign up and then get the timetable and the reminders and all that kind of stuff. So don't worry about remembering it all. And then on the Wednesday the 13th, we start off at 10 a.m. with the lovely, and I'm calling them all lovely because they all are lovely Victoria Massey, who is a copywriter. She writes copy. And for those that don't, I didn't understand this term copy a couple of years ago, but it just means, what you write. So copywriting isn't anything to do with, not using Disney images or anything like that. It's to do with what you actually write on your social media and on your emails and on your adverts and things. So she's an excellent writer of copy, and she's going to come and talk to you about ways that you can really, launch new products and talk about your cakes in a really good way. So she'll be coming in to talk about that. And what else we got? So I'm looking at my list here. Oh, yes. And on the Wednesday at 2 p.m, we've got Elizabeth, who's a member in this group. She is going to come and talk to us. Now, this is something that I know a lot of people ask lots of questions about. She's an accountant, and she runs a Piece of Cake Accounting. And she is going to come and talk to us about, first of all, about selling your products to cafes, things to remember and, what to remember to do with that. And she's also going to talk to us about if you wanted to set up your own premises or your own cafe. Okay, so very much from a money point of view. But I know those are the two things that lots of people ask about. So she'll be coming and talking about that. And then on the Wednesday evening, and on the Wednesday, it'll be 7:30 to tie in with Wednesday Waffle. It'll be me again, yours truly. And I'm going to do another demo, and I'm going to show you sharp edges with fondant, because that was the second one down in the poll. That got quite a few votes, that one. So I'll show you how to get, sharp edges with fondant, basically. So there we go. And then we come on to the Thursday the 14th. See, there's more. Thursday the 14th. Oh, we start with me in the morning at 10 a.m. The third demo that I'm going to do is about lettering. So I'm going to talk about different types of lettering that you can put on your cakes, different techniques. I'll show you how to use tappets. I love tappets. I'm always banging on about tappets. Before I knew how to use tappets, I thought they were awful things. But once I learned how to use them properly, wow, the world's your oyster. Honestly, you'll be converted. So I'll be talking to you about those. At 2 p.m. on the Thursday, the 14th, we have the amazing Helen Judene. Now, Helen is like a consumer rights expert. And she runs a company called The Complaining Cow, or she is the Complaining Cow, which sort of sums up her personality and her humor. But she is very good she knows a lot about, customer feedback. She helps a lot of people with, getting refunds for things, when they've been, when a company's done things wrong. But she's going to sort of look at it from our point of view and talk to us about, well, how do you then engage your customers? How do you get really good feedback from them? So she's going to talk to us about that. She's brilliant at what she does, is Helen. She's very good. And then we round off the Thursday evening at 6 p.m. with me. It'll probably be a slightly shorter one, but we'll have an opportunity for Q&A if you needed to ask me any questions, or if you had any questions from the week. And also I'll be announcing some winners, and I'll tell you what the competition is in a second. So that is the week. That is what's going on. And it starts a week on Monday. I'm really, really excited about it. I've been working on it for quite a few months now, and I can finally tell you all about it. So let me tell you about how the competition and how you can enter it. So I've mentioned briefly just now about everyone in the group, or everyone in the Home Baking Business Community UK, can access the lives for 24 hours. They'll be sitting there for you to watch. They'll be taken down after 24 hours. And after that time, they'll just be for the society members. Okay. Now, I'm offering people to sign up. If you sign up for the event, you can sign up in two ways. You can either just sign up to get the email notification. So if you go on the list, I will send you, this is the list for tomorrow. And then I'll send you a 15-minute reminder. This is happening in 15 minutes. So you'll be sure to not miss anything that you want to see or be involved in. Okay. If you want to have more access and you'd like to become a member of our society, then the link that I'm going to pop into the group at 8 o'clock in 15 minutes will show you how you can do that. So on the link that I'm going to put in, it's scheduled for 8 o'clock this evening. You'll see when you click on the link that towards the bottom of the page, there's a click to just be included on the email list, or click to join the society. Now, the society, the Home Baking Professionals Society, we have an exclusive Facebook group. So you come and join us in there, and we have discussions and answer questions and all sorts of things in there. We have a little competition once a month, and I might put some more competitions in because I do like a competition. And I send you weekly emails with all sorts of information and things on. Training is a big part of the membership, and a lot of the members actually request training. So they ask, can we have training in this or that? Some of them are cake decorating ones. Some of them are sort of business-based ones, or social media ones, or whatever. And they ask me for training, and I'll go away and either work out, do it myself if it's a cakey one, or I'll find an expert to come in. Some experts take a little longer than others. We did have a lawyer, the lovely Joanne, came in, and I'd been trying to get her to come in for months and months and months, but finally we got her. So the membership up until the 11th of April, the membership is going to stay at the level it is now, which is £20 a month. So if you join between now and the Monday of the festival, you will join at the £20 a month level. So you just pay £20 a month and you get all that, the access, all the training, all the past trainings are there for you to access. And you'll be a member of the group. You'll get all the notifications, you'll be able to request training if there's anything particularly that you're after, that you want help with. Once the week has started, so the 11th of April, the memberships go up for new members. So if you're already a member, you just stay at the level that you're at. But new members, it's going to go up to 23 a month. So if you join before the 11th of April, you'll be slightly cheaper each month. You'll be at the same level it is now. And all the information for joining is on the link that's going to drop in the Facebook group at about in about 10 minutes. I'm also going to email it out in the morning. So if you're on my email list, you'll get that emailed to you. And so the competition. Now, the competition, you will get the link for the competition in the so when you sign up, either for just for the free one or for the membership, in the email that you receive, you will get a link to the giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be for a little bundle of merchandise. I love giving away little, personalized things because I think they're so valuable in your business. So the little bundle of merchandise that you can win consists of 3 things. First of all, a mug. You just give me your logo and I will get it put on a mug for you. A tote bag, again, with your logo on it. I didn't bring them upstairs. That was silly of me, wasn't it? I could have shown them to you, but there's pictures of them on the graphics that I've done. And also an apron. And you can have an apron with your logo on. And the apron actually comes in lots of different colours as well. So the winner's going to be able to choose the colour as well as the logo. And you can have your name. I've got mine with Annie Bennett and my wedding cake business logo, Leading Lady Cakes logo. So the winner of the giveaway will win those 3 things. And to enter the giveaway, you just need to find the link that's in the email that you'll get when you sign up. Okay, so you'll need to sign up for email notifications on the week. Okay, when you see the sales page for the week, it'll make sense. You'll see, oh yes, I can see. So you can either just sign up for the week and for the emails and the notifications, or you can sign up for the society and join fully and get full, complete access. The other thing that is happening that week on the Friday, and this will be for members only, so it's only for society members or those that pay for the session separately. On the Friday is going to be my session on doing a tax self-assessment. So the members will already get that, or anyone that signs up separately, but it's actually cheaper to join the society than it is to do it separately. And in that session on the Friday, I'll be showing you how to do a tax self-assessment. I'll be showing you what it looks like online, the types of questions you're likely to be asked, what numbers you need and where you need to put them. All that kind of stuff is covered in that session. And that's going to be on the Friday. Okay, so if you do join the society, you'll get the details for all that. And again, that will be recorded. So if you can't join us on the Friday, then you'll have access to the recording. And then you'll also have access to me in the society Facebook group, answering any questions that you have on that as well. So there we go. So that is our week. And you can see behind me, I've got my poster that I did. My lovely photos that I had taken. I had a photo shoot in February and it was just amazing. And I've got all these lovely photos. If you follow me on Insta or Facebook, you'll have seen most of them. So yeah, the Home Baking Business Online Festival, 11th to the 14th of April. Support, what have I written? 4 days of speakers and demonstrations to support your home baking business. This is going to be all over my Instagram and my Facebook. And I'm going to put it in the group a lot as well. There's going to be a lot on this. So I'll be very surprised if people miss what this is all about, because I'm just going to go bonkers with it. I'm just going to, flood everywhere with it, because I want as many people to benefit from it as possible. My goal is to help people in their home baking businesses. So, even people that can't afford that amount for the society a month, you'll still have a chance to access some of the sessions if you can. But obviously, ideally, I want as many people to come and join the society as possible, because it's just fabulous. I love my society. And I love organising all the training and doing some of the training as well. So there we are. So if you've got any questions, do ask. If you've got anything you want to ask about what's going on. I hope I've made sense. You know me, I do tend to waffle sometimes. And then I watch some of my lives back and I think, what was I talking about? So do ask questions. You can also ask in the group if you've got any questions about it. email me if you've got any questions about it. So if you sign up and you get some emails and you've got questions, just email me and I'll answer them. Not a problem at all. Oh, you're welcome, Alex. It is going to be fabulous. Everything in there is just going to be so valuable for, you know, us home baking businesses. And it must be said that some of the speakers I've asked in because I'd quite like to see them myself, as well as getting them in for you. Because obviously I know a fair bit about running home baking businesses, but there are some things in there I thought, oh yeah, I could do with a bit of info on that. That'd be quite useful. So I shall be learning alongside you with some of these experts as well. So there we are. So if there's no questions, but if you have questions after, just ask in the group. Tag me in though, because I can miss them if you don't tag me in. Right, you have back from work about 6. Okay, well, say the evening sessions are 6 and the Wednesday is 7:30, but the other ones will be up there for 24 hours, unless of course you join the society, in which case you'll have full access to them whenever you want to watch them. So there we go. So the link for the session is going to drop into the Home Baking Business Community UK in about 4 minutes. I'm sure I scheduled it for 8 o'clock. Don't quote me on it because my brain is a fug sometimes, but it should be at 8 o'clock. Society members, you don't really need to join up unless, of course, you want to enter the giveaway. You're more than welcome to enter the giveaway. But I might actually drop that link into the society for you to do direct. But if you want to sign up to get all the notifications and things, you can. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And do tell people about it as well. Please do share and tell people about it, because obviously the more people that know, the better. The speakers would love, people to come and watch and listen, because they all have, resources and groups that you might benefit from as well. So obviously the more people that come along and join us, the better. So there we are. So yeah, again, so do ask questions if you have any. Tag me in the group if you have any. That's the best way of getting hold of me, because sometimes I miss things. Or email me. You're very welcome, Marta. It's nice to have you here, love. And have a good week, and I will see you next week. I think I'm going to be talking about the benefits of networking next week, which is quite appropriate, considering that's sort of what we're going to be doing the week after. But in the meantime, if you've got any questions, just let me know. And yeah, sign up and get people, encourage others that you think will benefit from it to sign up to. All right. So you take care, and I will see you. I will see you soon. Have a good week, everybody. Bye.